Good morning. Happy coffee talk. This morning, my coffee is just medium. I hate to say that. I hate to start it off this way, but I'm going to tell you the truth. I do not have my normal Black Rifle coffee blended with my like cacao grounds or whatever. This is a different brand. I'm not going to knock it. It's called like Sumpton, I think, and it's pretty good. It's just got a little bit more bitter taste than I'm used to. So, anyways, coffee cup this morning is this beautiful pottery mug that was given to me as a gift. My coffee being pretty good, but not my all-time favorite, but I do like it. And yeah, let's get right to the coffee talk message for today. I want to talk with full open transparency about investing in your fitness or exercise goals. I thought I would share my personal, experience because I think some people are surprised. But let me first say that investment is something that can cover more than just money. You can invest time, you can invest emotional energy, you can invest effort. There are a lot of things that you can invest in addition to money. And oftentimes, this is what I experience as a coach. So oftentimes I have someone who comes to me and they say, I want to lose weight, or I want to start eating healthier. I need to change my habits. I need to make some changes. And they say that, but they also aren't quite ready to invest. And so again, investment meaning time, energy, money, effort, all of those things. They want it, but they're not really ready to invest. And that's okay. There's zero judgment. I've been in that place multiple times for multiple things where I wanted something, but I wasn't ready to invest. But when you're like, yeah, I am ready to invest, wouldn't it be nice to know like the ballpark of what that looks like for most people? So I'm going to give it to you. Because I've had this conversation so many times where someone feels bad because they used to not spend any money on their fitness and nutrition or on coaching or anything. And then all of a sudden they're spending money and they're like, I can't really wrap my head around the fact that I have to spend money on this. But there's a gap here because for many of us, we've tried a lot of different like diet gimmicks or programs and we've spent money, not invested money. We've spent money there. And we end up putting this in the category of I'm still spending money on this. But I need you to understand from the bottom of my heart that investing in your health, in your fitness, in your well-being is not something that just you get to do one time and then it goes away. And on the other hand, when you hear those sort of like more gimmicky approaches or these short-term solutions, it sounds very much like spend this X amount of money and this problem will go away. But that is flawed from the start. Okay. So if you are going to be someone who lives a fit and healthy lifestyle, takes care of themselves, you are going to invest in that, period. Again, it doesn't have to be money, but it can be. It is almost always time, energy, effort, emotionally, and financially, because that's just how it works. If you have a kid, you're going to invest in them. All those things, right? Like it might look different based off the person, but you're not getting away with it. If you want to have a successful parenting relationship, you're going to invest in it. If you want a particular professional certification because you want a kind of job, you are going to invest in that thing that you want. You're going to invest time, energy, money, effort. It doesn't mean there's something wrong. It just means that you've identified something that you want. And because you really actually want it, it's not just a thing that you're thinking about, you're going to invest in it. Now, this was a shock for me because it appears as though the people who live who have a healthy body size, who live a fit and healthy lifestyle from the outside, it appears like they just get to do that. Like, why are they lucky? Like, why do they get to do that? But if you look underneath the curtain, oftentimes you would find that they are investing in it. And they have been for a long time. So it looks normal. It looks like a part of their life, but it isn't not doing anything. It isn't passive. So if you are just getting started on your changes, or maybe you're mid-change, you're like, when the heck do I have to get to stop investing in this? The answer might be you're not. In some form. And again, it's going to change from time to time of what that is. If this is important to you, if this is something you want to build and maintain, then you are going to have to invest in it. So I wanted to share from my personal experience what I'm currently investing in it, but what I have spent in the past, just so you have an idea. So when I very first started working out in the gym, and so this was probably 9 years ago, I invested in a gym membership. I had done that before. But what I hadn't done before is invest in a personal trainer. Now, I had already got a gym membership. And so I was like, why do I need to go to this personal trainer's class in the park and pay more money? But there was something compelling about having those two layers there. And so I decided to do it. So I invested in both a gym and a personal trainer. So I'm not sure how much the gym membership was. It was probably 40 or 50 bucks, a month. And then every class that I went to for this outside boot camp class with the personal trainer was $10. So that was the beginning. I also started investing in his small groups. So he would offer, a couple weeks at a time, small group personal training. And I started investing in that. So then I would, spend a couple hundred here or there to be a part of those small groups because I was learning some of the basics of exercise. I probably spent a couple $100, over and over again in each of those groups, trying to be a part of it, to learn the basics of strength training, to have some help, some coaching, some community, all that good stuff. And then around that same time, I started investing in CrossFit. And I found CrossFit. I tried it. I was like, I don't know. And I ended up liking it. And CrossFit usually runs between, it can go anywhere from $100 a month to $250. So all of a sudden I was investing in a handful of different things related to exercise, where the year before I was doing nothing. I would buy Brazilian butt lift, for 3 payments of $29.99, but not actually do it. Or not be able to stick with it because it wasn't the same kind of investment. Before I was paid money for a fix, and this other thing, I was investing in the life I wanted to create. I also started changing how I spent my money around food. I started investing money in learning how to eat healthy. And so I took a nutrition class. I started buying food at the grocery store rather than convenience options. And I started investing time into thinking about what I was going to buy. I started investing energy and, teaching my kids that we were going to eat differently. So in the course of that year, I probably invested a couple $1,000s in a 40-pound transformation, like multiple $1,000s in that first year on the life that I wanted to lead. But that investment kept going. So again, it wasn't like, oh, whoopity-doo, I lost 40 pounds. Now I can stop, investing in myself. Because again, and I think that's why I wanted to do a coffee talk on this is that the misinformation makes you think that you get to stop taking care of yourself once you've checked the box. It's just not how it works. And so even right now, so fast forward, 9 years, I have certainly invested in training as a coach, but I've continued to invest in support for myself. So I think those are in two separate categories. I have invested in the professional career of coaching because it's important to me. Same thing like we talked about. I've invested time, energy, money, effort, all of it because it's important to me. Probably, I don't even know, between $50,000 and $100,000 probably in coaching education for myself and to make myself better at what I do. But again, from a person, like Christy Campbell, the person, what do I continue to invest in my personal health and fitness and nutrition? Well, currently right now, I am spending $200 a month on a one-on-one nutrition accountability coach because I still need that. Even though I've been in the game for 9 years, I really benefit from having a coach. It helps me. And I spend $250 a month on personal workout programming. I have a bum knee. You've heard me talk about it before. But she writes workouts for me for my weightlifting goals and for my strength goals. And it's tailored specifically for me. And I get a lot of value out of that because I follow through, because she wrote them for me. I know I need to do them. Could I write them myself? Yeah, but that's not the same. So it's not about, do I know what to do and should I do it? I have created the habit of investing in myself. And again, like, you're probably hearing the money part, but I also want you to hear the time part. Investing in, these workouts, for example, is time. I have to allocate time in my schedule. I have to do them. I have to, it's more than just financial. But is $450 too much to take care of myself, to feel healthy and strong and fit, and to have workouts that I actually do that work for my body, so that I can be like my best self for everyone in my life? It's not too much. But I'm only telling you in full transparency, not so you'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe she's spending that, because I just want you to know what's realistic. And you could probably invest less than that. You could find something that doesn't, require that high of a financial investment. There's multiple things, but you're not going to get off the hook in terms of investing time, energy, money, effort, and emotional energy into it. You are not going to be able to get off the hook for that. And so I just wanted to kind of have a frank conversation around it because I think, again, from the outside, it looks like, wow, how does she just do that? I deliberately invest in it, and I am okay with that because I could put that money and that time and that, effort in a lot of different places. But what I've learned on my own journey and through coaching others is that by investing in myself, I'm better able to do all the things that I want to do in my life. By investing in myself, I can be a better mom. I can be a better coach. I can be a better leader. I am less in my head. And so that investment pays off in huge, huge returns. It's not a direct exchange. It's not 450 in, 450 out. It's 450 in, my life out. I get my life the way that I want to lead it. And so then it becomes easier. Then it's just, okay, how do I make this work? Because I know what I get out of that. And so I want to encourage you right now, if this is the beginning of a journey for you, one, if you're already investing in yourself, but it feels like, I don't know, like you're kind of giving yourself a hard time about it, I want you to stop giving yourself a hard time about it and know that this is just how it's done. It's okay. It's okay to be a kind of person that needs a coach or needs a plan or needs accountability or needs support or spends time working on this. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. In fact, this is how it's done. It is how it is done. So you don't need to feel bad. But if you're somebody who hasn't started investing in yourself, but you want the change, then know, again, there's nothing wrong with you that you're going to need to. And choose what works best for you and do it. And join the club. Join the club. I'm not ashamed. And that's why I wanted to tell you this in full transparency. I wanted to give you an idea of what I have spent or invested in my life so that you could feel permission to do it too and kind of remove some of the guilt or stigma around it. So with that being said, sometimes investing in yourself means saying no to other things. And that's important. That's going to be worth it, right? For time, it might mean saying no to something so that you can invest the time into this. It might mean saying no to something in your budget so that you can say yes to this, to you. It might mean saying that you aren't going to allow someone to emotionally impact you so that you can invest your emotional energy in yourself. It could be any number of things, but oftentimes if you're going to say yes to investing in yourself, you're going to have to say no to something else. And again, that's just my truth talk for you. So with that, this is a big coffee talk message. So if this is helpful, if you needed to hear this today, definitely let me know. Shoot me a DM on Instagram. Let me know if this was helpful. If you haven't done so, subscribe to Fit Me Coffee Talk on your favorite podcast platform. And if you are listening on the podcast and you're not a part of our Facebook group, go to Facebook, search Fit Me Free Community. We will help you get started making diet-free and sustainable changes that work in your real life. So I hope to see you there. And again, let me know if this episode hit for you, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.